Hey everyone. So I'm headed out to Issaquah to Mule Expedition Outfitters. We're getting an adjustment to our lift. We have the Falcon Shocks for our Tacoma, and we're putting a bumper and a winch in the front of it, and it's going to add some weight. So we're taking out the factory front springs and putting in some Old Man Emu medium duty coils. Spring rate of the factories, I want to say it's 540, and on these medium duties I believe it's 590. Should help out a little bit. The factory coils with the Falcon Shocks, we currently have them set at the highest position, which is it's a 2.25 inches of lift. I think that extra quarter of an inch is meant to hold some more weight, but all you're really doing is compressing the spring more. So they're putting another set of Falcon Shocks together. They did this weekend, and they're going to swap them in. We're going to take a look kind of at ride height and see, just to make sure that's what we want to do, but that's the plan. Right now in the back of this truck, we're running some Dobinson Springs. They're a 7-pack leaf pack. It got us quite a bit of lift, as you'll see in the picture here. But the purpose is we're putting that AT Overland camper on the back. We bought a 4x Innovations rear bumper. It's a bit of weight. Our spares going out there, hanging out the back, and some max tracks, the high lift jack, bunch of roto packs, trasheroo, a bunch of wood. We're just basically loading the back of the thing up. Once we put the camper on, we're gonna build out the interior, a little dinette, refrigerator, storage, the whole thing. And once we do that, the back should sit right. It should be level at that point. So that's what we're up to this morning. Put up some pictures here and videos. You guys can see kind of a before and after stock to the kind of first front end setup, and we'll take a look and see what it's like with the Old Man Emu Springs up front. Hopefully it's the ticket and it's what we're looking for. There's tons of options out there, so if it's not, something else is. We'll find what works. So here at Mule, and just got here, just dropped off the Tacoma. They're still putting the springs on other set of Falcon Shocks. We're going to make it quick and just build another set and swap them over. And then the truck will need an alignment, and then we'll be on our way. Super excited to see, anxious I should say, I'm anxious to see if there's any difference in the amount of lift that we get with the Old Man Emu Springs over the factory springs. We're setting that shock back down to the 0 setting. You know, I'm hoping there isn't any more lift. I don't think there should be, but I'm also hoping there isn't any less. Maybe I'm just, you know, it's wishful thinking, but I'm hoping that it comes right back out looking exactly the same, and riding just about the same height, but with that better spring rate to handle all the gear we're going to be putting on there soon. We'll see soon. All the new springs are in, and now it's time for an alignment. We'll be on our way. Well, there she is. The new springs are in. It's all done. Looks like it actually sits up just a little bit more in the front. Pretty happy with it. Time to go take it for a drive, see how it feels. All right, so we're back in the truck. The new springs on the front. See how it feels with the new spring rate. So, first impressions here with the new springs. I mean, I'm only about a mile away right now, but drives fine. I think, I mean, it feels just a little bit firmer in the front, but really not much. I mean, if you didn't drive the truck yourself, you'd really have no idea that anything's any different, besides that it sits up a little bit higher in the front now, which will be good because once we put the weight of the bumper and the winch on there, it's definitely going to bring it down just a little bit. I am going to need some front control arms, upper control arms, just to get the alignment a little bit better. It's okay. It's going to, I mean, we pretty much have no caster right now. So it's going to follow the road a little bit and be a little bit more on the wandering side of things until we're able to get those in there. But so far, it seems fine. I like it. So a few miles down the road now, and it's driving pretty nice. Some of these turns here, 45-mile-an-hour roads, feels great. Feels just a little stiffer in the front, but I actually kind of like it. It feels a little more solid than the lift on the factory springs. These Old Man Emu Springs seem to be the ticket, just what I needed for now. All right, we're about 8 miles from the shop, about to hop on the freeway, and feels great. No complaints so far. Really happy with the choice. Really excited to see what it feels like on the freeway here and how it tracks. At speed, 60-65 miles an hour, and feels great. Some of the larger bumps definitely a little bit rougher. I'm not going to say that I don't notice a difference in the ride quality on the freeway. There's definitely a little change, but it's to be expected as well. We have a higher spring rate up front now, and the bumper, the winch, all the weight that we're putting in here isn't on the truck yet. And the little difference that I do feel in the firmness of the ride, I think is going to change once the weight's on the truck. And I think it's going to get just about to where it was beforehand, which was great. Off the freeway, very, very little changes, like I was saying. You really wouldn't ever know that it has these different springs up front. So pretty good. Honestly, it's a little bit better than I expected, which that's always a good thing. If you haven't checked out the Falcon Shocks for the 2016 to 2020 Tacoma, check them out. I'm not going to go through all the specs myself. I'll probably get something wrong, but pretty cool setup. We have the tow haul little package, so we have the adjuster for the valving on the rear. Unloaded, we're running on 1 or the softest, and it feels great. It's still a little bit firm with those springs in the rear, but again, we're gonna put a good 800 pounds or so on the back of this truck very, very soon. As soon as our camper comes in, we can go pick it up. Very excited for that. So here's a little before and after with the new springs. The top is the Falcon Shocks with the original springs, and the bottom is with the new Old Man Emu Springs. Okay, a little close up here. See if I can get the camera in here. Sway bars drop down a little. Besides that, that's it. And in the rear shocks, you see the 3 different settings you have. This giant leaf pack. And there it is. Much better stance, and it's going to handle that weight just so much better. So that's about it. That was the morning, getting these new springs put on there. Again, overall, super happy with it. Super happy with the Falcon Shocks. Happy with Mule Expedition Outfitters. The Dobson rear springs, the Old Man Emu front springs. Everything seems to be working pretty good together. We got a lot of big plans for this truck. We have an AT Overland Atlas camper. We have front and rear bumpers, rock sliders, tires, all sorts going on this truck here very soon. So stay tuned, hit that like button, subscribe, stay up to date. Check us out on Instagram. You can follow along with the build process. Check out our Jeep JLU. It is Trial X Trail Overland, Trial by Trail Overland. That's us. Just kind of wanted to document our adventures and vehicles and whatnot. So again, thanks for watching.